Hi, everybody. It is 7 o'clock. It is Thursday. We are here for some trivia, everyone. Nico, first, already off the bat. If you want to join us and be on the show, you can be. Meet.another wastedhour.com. Welcome to our Zoom. Yes?
I can't hear myself in my thing.
That was one of the things I have overlooked, I think. That's the problem with that. Our timing a little off today because we had sushi and other things. So yeah, let me fix this sound. Always a thing I need to fix because I use this computer for a lot of different things. So I have to go back and forth and fix it for the various things. Okay, now you should be.
Hello.
You're now ready to roll.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly. We've got Mordecai is second and Melissa's third. Ian is second, third. Emily is not first. And Emily is also not first the second time they said it. And Mook 101 says, yo. Hi, Mook. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So here's how it's going to roll. We are going to have an opportunity to do some trivia today. We need 10 people. We need 10 participants. 10 people have to show up and want to participate for this to be a thing. Otherwise, we can't do it. It's just not going to work out so well. So yeah. So that's how it's going to happen.
Melissa, are you watching the game?
Let's see. Mook's going to bring some nonsense. That's good. That's important. We're doing good. Like I said, we had some sushi, which was lovely. I got good news at work, so we celebrated that with sushi. We've been walking like almost every day, either outside or on the treadmill, and we're doing this virtual race thing where we're going along Hadrian's Wall, and I think we're about halfway through it. I think we're getting close to that.
We're at 40%.
40%, which is basically halfway. And since 40%, 30% is basically 40%, that's also almost halfway. So we're basically over.
We're at 42%.
Oh, all right. Well, then in that case.
And we're ahead of the pace car.
We're doing very well, is what I think we're saying. We got some people in the meeting. Let's head to Zoom and see how people are doing. Emily, how are you doing? While we're walking, you're running. That's because you're a better human being than us.
I was not running today because it was 17 degrees, and I did that by accident last Saturday and decided that I was not willing to repeat it. So
what's the low number now? Like, I'll go out and run if it is higher than
20. It's got to be over 20.
That seems reasonable.
Because I mean, I've definitely comfortably run like at 27, 25, 23. That's not an issue because when you're running, you get warm pretty quick. But when your wind gusts are making it 17, it's not worth it.
Are the wind gusts to your back so you can run faster?
My neighbor and her dog came by.
Say what? What, Nico?
I said my neighbor and her dog came by and asked if I wanted to walk with their new foster dog to the mailbox. I took one step outside and I'm like, okay, bye.
Well, the thing is, I've been so comfortable running when it's cold. Like it actually, I'm fine with it. So on Sunday I woke up and my thermostat said it was 30 degrees outside. I'm like, damn, that's damn near balmy. And so, I wore a short sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt, and my yoga pants, and took the dog out and went for 2.5 miles. And I got maybe half a mile into this, and it was snowing, and I was just in the wind, and I was just I couldn't stop then because I was already out there. I might as well do it, but it was cold, and I never got warm the entire run. I ran 2.5 miles, never got warm.
Yesterday, I walked a 5K.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yes, it was indoors
on a treadmill.
On a treadmill, but it counts.
No, yeah,
it definitely counts.
I feel like we should use other levels of measurement, right? I mean, couldn't you have also, instead of doing a 5K, done something like a 5 billion centimeter or something like that? I feel like
there's a radio station in Baltimore that sponsors a 0.5K every year. So it's basically run across the parking lot and then drink beer.
That's perfect. That's the right back and forth.
Oh, sorry, 0.05K. So it's across the parking lot.
Yeah, I think it's 137 yards.
137 feet.
Trey says hello.
Hello, Trey.
Hi, Trey.
It's a ride by. Hello. Are you going to be you're going to be bike riding? We're talking about exercise right now, Trey, and you are like the king of that. He rides bikes for miles a day. While we're talking about the fact that we just actually walked every day.
January 9th and 10th, I did 50 miles on the bike over those 2 days. And then I signed up in April to do 100 miles on the bike over 2 days.
Wow. That's more than I've done in my life.
I can't ride a bicycle.
It's a stationary bike. I'm shit at outdoor bikes. Like I can't, like everybody says, oh, it's just like riding a bike. Then it's terrible. It's trash because I can't corner for shit.
I just want to say that she used to know how to ride bikes.
I also used to know how to ride bikes. Turns out it's something you forget.
That's not what it's supposed to be. That's literally the opposite of riding a bike.
Oh, Mook has good news.
Yeah.
For every pound that Emily has lost, he's found it.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I think that's called upcycling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. It's nice that you can take something unwanted and give it a good home.
Danny's here.
Danny is here. I think we're up to 8, right?
Ian's here.
That's my count.
That's what I've got. That's what I have. That's right. We got a little bit more time here.
Does that say Buzz Balls?
Buzz Balls Chillers. Did you bring enough for the class?
Well, we didn't bring enough sushi for the class.
No. Oh,
Aaliyah's here.
Aaliyah's
Ian,
here.
I will take your Buzz balls and I will raise you a Hanukkah golden jelly donut
I'm ugly.
ale.
She puts me on that shit all the
That
Go
time.
sounds
on.
sweet.
No, it's actually not. It's quite
'Cause you're
beery.
shy.
It's a malt beverage brewed with raspberry and cherry and natural flavor, whatever the fuck that means. But the brand is Hebrew.
Ah, I get it.
It's New York beer, schmaltz, established 1996. So
Yikes.
Schmaltz Brewing Company, Hebrew.
Well, you're welcome to join the show as well if you want to chat with everybody. It's meet.anotherwastedhour.com. And you
We have
can
9
also
people.
be a part of the show. We need one more person. One more.
Schmaltz does not go in beer.
What doesn't?
Schmaltz.
Schmaltz.
You know what it's really good for, though? If you're making a roux.
Yeah.
Like as in Kanga and Rue.
You nailed it.
So
Mood Music
when I
Brad
was
is here.
when I was younger, so I worked. One of my longer term jobs was at a kosher style Jewish deli diner, and one of the things I loved was kishka stuffed over, right? Loved it. I thought this was the most amazing thing on the planet. And then I was watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives a couple of years later, and just realized that it was a carrot hot dog, and I was kind of sad, but also carrot hot dogs are delicious.
There's nothing wrong with a carrot hot dog as long as you're enjoying it.
The vegans do it.
This is good. I'm glad.
I have never been more thankful for vegans as I am right now with being allergic to eggs, because like the only time you can get things without eggs in them are when it's vegan, apparently. So like I am enjoying the fact that vegans exist, because I can get mayonnaise that's vegan, and I can get, you know, I got a breakfast bowl today
Which
that
is
had
funny,
theoretical eggs in it.
Which is
You can have
hilarious.
cheese.
Shit on 'em.
No, I am not a proponent of the vegan lifestyle. I eat a lot of meat, but like turns out I can trust vegan ice cream to not have eggs in it.
That's fantastic. So you have options. That's the important thing.
No, yeah.
Can you have caviar?
Hipsters.
Fish
See,
eggs.
I feel like I could still eat fish eggs. It's a different protein.
I don't
I
know.
hope-
Can you have
Banana
cow
altogether.
eggs?
Cow eggs.
So no?
I'm
Is
going
that
to
a
tell
no?
your office you shouldn't have been promoted in any way, because you're not smart.
What? Oh, well, all right. That's the last time I believe for someone who tells me that the cows make milk and the bulls make eggs. So they were round and little. It's very strange. Okay, so we do have 10 people here. This is very exciting music. Mood music. Brad is back.
Hi, Brad.
He runs a radio show. Do you still do the radio show, Brad? Is there still the radio show? Could people perhaps listen to your radio show on the internet? If
On
so,
the internet?
could you kind of post how people could check that out? They could check you out. He is a DJ and does some awesome music up in Maryland. So there you go. Oh, Ian has posted a thing. That is not a thing I'm going to trust at all. I'm never.
click that.
It deals with egg allergies.
Does it?
I'm sure it does.
A video?
No one click that.
Yeah. No, there's no need to click that link. The only bad things happen. The only person that needs to know about this is Emily, and she already knows enough.
I'm not Dugard. You can trust my links.
Yeah. No, that's not true.
Okay,
Uh,
I will be the brave one and experiment on the link.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, everybody, watch her face.
Let's get the show going so that I can go watch hockey.
I mean,
We
I've got
would
so many
like to watch
sandboxes and VMs. I really should be the one to click on this link, but you go first.
Oh my
Emily.
God, Nico. You know what I was doing today? I was trying to exploit Mac machines, and Macs are such a pain in my ass. Just let me exploit you. Like, oh my God.
I know nothing about Macs. In fact, I was processing an iPhone today, and I'm like, I don't know. Is this a special Mac chat app? I don't know what this is.
Every
you
once in
mean-
a while, I have to
mean
switch
Mac
back rapidly
computers.
back and forth between Windows, Mac, and Linux, and it makes my head hurt.
Yeah, it's no fun.
And I just do like, I'm on like a Windows machine, and I'm like, LS. Why doesn't LS work?
Oh,
Yeah.
by the
And
way, if anybody,
I 100% appreciate that link. I'm so glad I chose to click on it.
anything,
See?
That is a devious.
You-
That's a devious face, is what that was. That is not necessarily a safe link.
That's a joke song about an Ed who can't eat eggs
Yes, see,
or he'll die.
has nothing to do with egg allergies, you bastard. So Brad show Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, Tacoma Park, Maryland, on 94.3 FM, or go up to TacomaRadio.org.
I used to listen to that station all the time when I lived in Tacoma Park.
Well,
How
there you go.
cool.
You may have heard Brad. He is
I
a very
probably
talented
heard
dude.
I miss Tacoma Park. That's a fun place to live.
It is. It's got its own little community. We live in Reston, and it's kind of similar here. We've got our own little thing going, which I like a lot. But Tacoma Park, I would say the same thing. Kind of like Asheville down in North Carolina has its own little thing, and there are these
went-
little bubbles like that where it's culture.
I went to junior high in Tacoma Park.
Cool.
So I got to hang out with a lot of the people in the Tacoma Park area when I was younger. So yeah, it's a really cool, like old school kind of Main Street, like artsy town. It's so awesome.
Very cool. Well, we've got our 10 people, and it is basically quarter after. So why don't we just get started?
Yes.
And get rolling on this thing. So I have Nico, Mordecai, Melissa, Ian, Emily, Mook, Patrick, Danny, Aaliyah. Is that right? Is that how I'm saying it? I hope that's
Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, is it Aaliyah? Is that correct? I want to make sure I'm saying that right. And then Brad. Those are the people I have. If anybody else is in the chat and wants to participate, just shout out at us and make sure you get on the list, because you have an opportunity to get extra points. Real quick, for those people who are returning, we're going to give you a question. You'll have 30 seconds to write the answer in the chat. Nailed it. Aaliyah. All right. And so you are going to put the answer in the chat, right? And then we'll give you 2 points if you're the first person who gets it right. 1 point. Yeah, there's the chat over there, down there. 1 point if you're anybody else who gets it right. You're welcome to cheat off of your fellow trivia goers. You cannot, however, look it up online or Wikipedia or Google or your phone or any of those types of things. Okay, that's cheating. Let's see. In addition to that, you have a couple of other options. All right. One is we're going to do a face-off. We're going to pick two people. Whoever answers the question first of those two people is going to get 5 points if they get it correct. Otherwise, scored normally. And if you think nobody's going to get it right, no one could possibly get this right, you're going to shout Karen in the chat with an I. And you're basically saying, I'm betting nobody knows this. It's so hard, no one will know it. You get a point if nobody gets it right. But if anyone gets it right, you lose a point. All right, so those are mainly the ways. Looks like we also have a Rob here with us, which is very exciting.
Hello,
Rob.
Rob. and the business end of a cat.
So we'll be doing our head-to-heads for the first half of the show. The second half of the show, we will have a theme. We'll go over that at halftime. And then at the end of the show, our final question is an opportunity to bet all of the points that you have made up to that point and maybe double your score on one question. So think of a Final Jeopardy kind of thing. Let's do this. Without further ado. What?
There's a theme.
There is a theme. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that at halftime.
Just so you know.
But that's later.
There's a theme.
Not right now.
Okay.
Later.
I'm just saying.
I will say if you share the show right now on Facebook or you host the show on Twitch, we will give you a point.
5 points.
And 5 points are going to go into the bank that you can win if you guess the theme later on. So there's all kind of points everywhere. It's craziness. We're giving away points like you wouldn't believe. All right, Nico, Mordecai going head to head within the household. Let's start with question number 1.
Question number 1. Which American folklore creature, also known as Sasquatch, is said to inhabit the forests of North America?
I will say that the first questions tend to be a little easier and it's going to get a little harder as you go along. Aaliyah knows this because she came in like halfway through last show and was like, this is ridiculous.
And I was like, what the
right?
fuck?
Like, this is stupid. This all needs to be multiple choice. You will like to know that we listened to you, Aaliyah, and one of our questions is multiple choice tonight. Right? We've heard you.
You are welcome.
Yes. 25 seconds left to get your answers into the chat. Make sure to type those up so that we can see them. Looks like we're seeing some people all around the same answer. We will say that spelling is not a big deal for us as long as we can kind of get a sense of what you're going after, right? If you misspell it so much that it's a different word altogether, then that's going to make it hard on us. But if it's...
I got in trouble with Keith's mom once.
Yeah, that is true. Totally.
Oh, today?
Yep.
Keith's mom's birthday.
That is true. It is my mom's birthday. She likes to think of it as New Year's. That's her New
She
Year's.
does.
I forgot to bring up Facebook, so I'm going to go run over there to make sure that they have caught up. Facebook and YouTube are a little more behind.
No one's on Facebook.
I would highly recommend, by the way, that if you're listening to us on Facebook or YouTube for that matter, you may want to consider going and getting yourself a Twitch account.
It's fast.
Yeah, it's faster if you want to win. I should also share since I'm over here. This is important as well.
Pelofondo.
What? Excuse me? Excuse what?
Pelofondo.
Pelogrigio? What are you talking about?
I'm just reading things.
What is it?
It's a thing that Emily's doing, and she's gonna bike a ton of miles.
Oh.
Oh, a fondo, like in general, is a length of race that a bunch of people do together on generally on bikes. And Peloton, there's a group that does one for Peloton riders, and you commit to 35 miles or more over a period of 1 or 2 days, and you can join teams and stuff, and it's just fun. So
How long does it take to bicycle a mile?
well, it depends on how much what gear you're. It depends on what gear you're in. So like if you and your cadence, it's a combination of cadence and resistance. So I did 56 miles in January over 2 days, and it took me like 3.5 hours.
All right.
Brad says, what if you are not fondo of biking?
I'm also not super fond of biking.
No.
I agree with that statement.
I'm not.
Technically, he said, what if you
I
were not
only have the
fondo
app.
biking?
Well, you could totally do the app as long as you have some sort of thing that you're biking on that you can track mileage. You can do it on the app.
I don't have a bike at all.
Why
No
are
bike.
It
Okay.
you
crashed.
fucking with
Is
my
that
life?
the app?
Did you get all of them by the
I have a
way?
treadmill. I
Okay.
have a weight room.
It would probably be a little much to run 35 miles in 2 days.
We have a treadmill and we have weights. They are in a room.
No, a treadmill would absolutely work.
Yeah.
Just a lot of running.
I'll be honest. When I said
A lot of
Pelafando, I thought it
people
was a diet where you eat mostly fats in the form of melted cheeses. So that's
Ooh.
that was what I thought it was, and I'm in.
It'll be fun, not fun.
Yeah, paleo fondue. Is that not
I
what
mean, I'm
this
pretty
was?
sure my entire Peloton group is doing this Pelafando thing. I just am always not.
Oh, which Peloton group are you in?
We have like a group, just like a bunch of girls from Annapolis that like. My girlfriend Janine added me to the group when she's like, it's her like it's her turning 40 in April. So this is her like thing, get in shape. So she bought a Peloton. She's dropped 22 pounds in the last 3 months on this bike.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's no joke, man.
I mean, she's dropped so much weight. It's unbelievable.
Caitlin,
and
you
it's
remember when we did trivia that one time?
No.
No, it's been too long. All right, what was the correct answer for question
Bigfoot.
number 1?
And I believe Mordecai got it correct first.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of correct answers.
But I can't verify that.
because we had a crash.
Because we crashed.
Yeah.
Mook, the correct answer was not Peloton. The correct answer will never be Peloton. I'll fucking make sure of it.
The answer can never be Peloton. All right, Melissa and Ian are going to go head to head for question number 2.
Question number 2. What is the term for someone who collects books? It's not librarian.
Oh, I know. Book collector.
Jesus.
It is hyphenated. Is that not it? We're not counting hyphenated. Can I guess?
Yes.
Biblioteca. Is that
Nailed
correct?
it.
Yeah?
No, you got it.
Excellent.
Way to give away the answer, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was giving the answer away. It was a guess. 30 seconds left to get your answer.
Melissa and Ian.
I think somebody has gone with a bookie.
A bookie.
Yeah. Not to be confused with a brookie, which would be a mixture of a brownie and a
Ooh,
cookie.
Now I want a brookie.
Right. Who wants books when you could... What if you collect brookies? Then what do you
Then
call?
you'd be fat and you would apparently need a Peloton.
So brookie collectors, the name for brookie collectors is diabetic. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Ah, I understand. Okay, got it. Time is up. We're going back to the Zoom. Who here collects brookies?
This fat ass.
Pat has something to add to that.
Yes.
Sure. No joke. My shift at the fire department, we managed to get brookies from Safeway every shift.
What?
We eat them for dessert after dinner every shift.
That's
It is so good.
right. I'm just going to be a firefighter now. What does it take to be a firefighter?
Some
That's
pizza
good.
place makes
High
them.
school diploma and ability to pass the CPAT test and civil service exams.
Do you have to cut my beard?
If you work for Prince George's County, yes.
Ah, all right.
No
that's-
firefighting for you.
Only right around the jawline.
Yeah, you can keep it's the Yankees regulations basically. The
Okay.
mustache can go no more than 1 inch below your bottom lip.
Nice. All right. Time is up. Let's see what people got. A lot of people went with bibliophile. We did have a bookie. That's the main answers. I don't see any other ones, it looks like.
Well, let me tell you the answer.
Yeah, what's the correct answer?
The answer is bibliophile. Technically, what Dania said was bibliophilia, which is the penchant for book collecting, not the person.
Oh.
But
I guess.
I'll allow it.
Are you sure? It's not technically correct. If you wanted to, we could use the
Wheel
of
of
Fate!
Fate!
All right.
Emily
know-
just got so excited about the Wheel of Fate.
We don't want to make these decisions ourselves.
God, we do not want to make
No,
decisions.
we
I
hate-
make decisions all day.
You get so mad at us if we make the right decision or the wrong decision, so we can't do it. Wheel of Fate, tell us, should Danny get points for bibliophilia, which would be what you perhaps have if you're a bibliophile? Let's find out. Not technically correct,
Still a noun,
but
at
right
least.
in the wheelhouse of it. Maybe the Wheel of Fate house.
Yep.
Fine, whatever it says. All right. There you go. Points go out.
You win this time, Danny.
It is the wheel's feeling good today, apparently. I didn't realize that, but
Can we go to question number 3?
let's do question
oh, wait.
number 3.
I just wanted to tell you real quick that
Yeah.
Melissa won that matchup.
Melissa won that
because
matchup.
Ian said bookie. And
is-
Melissa said bibliophile.
And then that means that Mook and Emily are going to go head to head on question number 3.
If something is hepatic, then it relates to which organ of the body?
The
Oh, I just got really sad.
hepatitis. The your hat. Is it the hat of? Is that an organ? Is your hat an organ? Is that no? I'm not. Your hat. I don't have another word. That feels right. Is it not? No?
It's not right.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know what to tell you then. 25 seconds left. To get your
Islanders
answers in.
scored. Ugh again.
Ugh, again. Come on, Islanders. Just because you're playing our preseason team doesn't mean you have to score all the time. Literally, we're missing like 6 different players.
Backy's back.
Backy's back.
Backy is back,
Back
but he
again.
has a black eye, and apparently his kid keeps trying to touch it.
Oh,
He
that's
says that's
not
the
good.
worst part about the black eye is his son keeps trying to touch it.
Sirion is back. Welcome. I still don't know how to say that correctly. Sir Ijon.
Didn't he said his name was Chris, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's not what that doesn't say Chris. That's not absolutely incorrect. All right, so let's see. Time is about up on Facebook, right? Come on,
Aaliyah's
Facebook.
like, yeah, I totally knew the answer to this question.
Oh. See, look at that. Some of them are going to be in your
See, you got
wheelhouse.
confidence.
Others won't be. We all have different areas that we're strong in.
Mook says liver. Liver is the right answer, but my answer is Peloton. Unfortunately, we have to take your first answer, which was liver. So, joke's on you, asshat. You answered the correct answer.
Oh, Ian says the right thing. It's the hip bone. Just connected to the neck bone.
Welcome back, Chris.
All right, so between Emily and Mook, who got it right first?
Emily.
Emily did.
Did Patrick answer?
Patrick got so distracted about me and Mook going back and forth in the room that he forgot to answer.
I literally just finished that statement because Mook's sitting right over there. Right there.
Hi, Mook.
And
I like-
so, and they were going head to head, and he missed the question, but Emily got it so fast that you were almost not done reading it before her answer was in.
Oh, fancy.
So he
Look at
just
you.
forgot. He just forgot that he
I got
needed to type
distracted.
words.
Well, nobody got 2 points this time because Emily got it first and she was in the matchup. So Emily gets 5 points.
Everybody say hi to Chris, who's joined us. We had Chris here, I think, a couple weeks ago.
I
and-
did say hi to Chris. Didn't you listen to me?
Well, I'm telling everybody else to do it. We're being friendly, and I just feel like everyone else should be friendly. Patrick and Danny going head to head for
Hi, Chris.
question number 4.
Question number 4. What is the oldest inhabited city in the world?
My basement. Is that? It's not really a city. This is interesting. There's a lot of old cities. I could go and kind of guess around for some. They usually have ruins in them. That's a good sign.
It's usually a good sign. Yeah.
Right. So like, yeah, in Greece there's a bunch of there's a bunch of
Baltimore?
ones. Baltimore's pretty old looking. I will admit that. I would think it all depends on what you mean by this, because I would say maybe Fort Lauderdale, because there's a lot of old people there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the oldest
Ian
inhabited.
said that. He said Palm Beach, Florida. Average age is 80.
Yeah, there you go. Palm Beach, Florida. That would be a strong one, I would think. So all right. Let's see. We've got some answers in. We're going back over to the Zoom.
Brad has answered.
Hey Rob, what's the
Mordecai
what's
has
the oldest
answered.
city you've ever been to? What would you say that?
I know the answer to that.
Really? What was the answer to that?
For me, not for you.
Okay. I don't know. I could say maybe Newcastle, Delaware is pretty old.
Okay, yeah.
The Dutch came and they made a little town down there, and I think it was the late 1600s.
Newcastle is that the one that has a circle around it too? Is that the right one, or is that like Dover?
They refer to it as Old Newcastle, which actually has like the nice brick roads and the old architecture. Like the houses look like gnome houses.
Gnome houses.
But then you go outside of the original town, and then there's Newcastle proper, like where the airport is and everything, and it's just a hideous, gross highway with all these strip malls, and it's just like it's like night and day. Like you feel like you're in colonial times, and then you're like, ugh.
Oh, you're like, oh, I went a little too far. I'm trying to remember what the circle's about. So like part of like Delaware's state line is like an arc.
Oh, well, that's where I live. I live on the Pennsylvania side of the Arc Corner, it's referred to as.
Isn't the arc part? I thought it was Newcastle was the middle of the arc for some reason, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
It's like a protractor. They put a point at like the Underground Railroad, which is right at the very end of the strip down on the Strand.
Okay.
Newcastle. And there was a line you could draw on a map that went straight to the point where the little corner is.
Mm-hmm.
But the corner didn't used to be there, because the arc used to just go all the way straight through, and they refer to this area as the Wedge, and I live in the Wedge.
Oh,
that's why I know so much about this. So they have these markers that they put in the 1800s that are like not even a mile from my house you can walk to, that are the corner markers of the state of Delaware, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
Oh, interesting. See, so I was right. Newcastle. I didn't.
Chris lives in Wilmington, Delaware, so he knows Old Newcastle very well.
I have played music in Wilmington, Delaware. I played at a place called Kahunaville.
I know a lady who lives in Delaware, and it's my mother-in-law. Happy birthday, Fran.
That's true. Where else? There was some other place that we played.
You played at the beach. You played at Rehoboth Beach. Or
yeah,
Dewey Beach.
but I'm talking about in Wilmington.
Oh.
I think it was like Cafe 4W5 or something like that, or 4W5 Cafe. I want to say that that's what it was called, but
I'm not sure about that. But another fun fact about this little area known as the Wedge, there's another area that's actually part of Delaware that's on the coast of New Jersey. And these two, it's something where there's like, it's on Delaware and New Jersey side, but they didn't have their own jurisdiction of police on their mainland. So they had set up a chop shop, and they would listen to the radios. And when they heard that someone caught on, it would take them like a few hours to go all the way up to the Commodore Barry Bridge, because the dumb member wasn't there yet. And come all the way down, and they'd have the whole thing broken down and disappeared. And the Wedge is another one of those like lawless areas. So we kind of do whatever we want here.
Whatever the hell
Just
we
growing
want to.
vegetables, doing whatever the hell you
I know.
want.
Well, a lot of people light off fireworks and guns and things. So it's hunting.
Not our Rob, though. He's basically a saint.
Yes, he'll never do anything like that. There's a place in like Kentucky and Tennessee like that, I think. Or it's one of those like down there where the like state line does this, but the river goes like through it, and so there's a little piece of like Kentucky that's like in Tennessee, and you can't get to but you can't get to the rest of Kentucky without going through Tennessee to get there, because you can't go through the river.
Remember when we used to do a trivia show?
Yes, I do remember, but I'd like to forget. So let's do a wheel of shots.
In the meantime, I will tell you that Danny won that.
Danny won that. What was the correct answer?
The correct answer was Damascus.
We're going to see if the Wheel of Shots will let people drink tonight. Of course it will. Of course.
Naturally.
Why wouldn't it? All right. So you said who got it?
Danny.
Danny got it. All right. Aaliyah and Brad going head to head, face to face in question number 5.
2 states don't observe daylight saving time. Arizona and which other?
I think I legitimately know this one, so I'm not going to say anything.
This is phrased poorly. I said it out loud better than it's written down.
I mean, that's fair. I think that's pretty close to it. I do have a guess. Sans everybody else's guesses.
I will allow you to enter your guess.
I will. Yeah, at the end, in 30 seconds, I will tell you what I think it is, but not before. Remember, you're not allowed to look this up. You cannot Google it. You cannot look it up on your phone or Wikipedia or anything else, but you can if you would like to.
Ask a friend.
you can cheat off of your friends. People refer to that as boating. So you'll see in the chat here, we have a icon of a boat. We have Hawaii boat. Both of those things. But yeah, I do have a guess. Yeah.
I can't wait to go upstairs after this and eat more sushi.
Yeah, it's going to be so good, right? All right, so time's up.
Oh, do you want to become famous? By followers, primes, and viewers on click this Russian link, bigfollows.com.
Don't click on that
Nobody
link.
click that link.
Don't. It's worse than Ian's link.
You will make Nico and I literally die if you click that link.
In fact, if there's a report button, report that. I don't know if that's a thing. Is there a report button?
I have no idea.
No clue.
I think they would end up reporting our channel, not
They
the guy.
yeah, they should report our channel. Our channel is terrible. All right. Facebook is caught up. So here we go. My guess, I think Indiana is the answer I would go with.
That's a great guess. It's wrong.
It's wrong, okay?
I really thought you were going to get this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, what was the correct answer?
It's Hawaii.
It is Hawaii. But there's a part of Indiana that doesn't do it, I feel like.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that there's a part of Indiana, and it's not the entire state. And that's the thing that's a little confusing for people. So Hawaii was correct. Emily boated with a man.
Man boat.
Man boat.
And then she said, damn it, wrong boat lady.
But yeah. There we go. Blocked and reported. Excellent. Everybody do that. So everybody that got Indiana was correct. First one to get that right was Brad.
No, everyone who got Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii was correct. Sorry. Danny was the first one to get that. 2 points there. Brad went with Indiana, so didn't get that right. And Aaliyah went with Hawaii, so 5 points for Aaliyah, getting that one right first. Well done. Next up, Rob and Chris, otherwise known as...
This is going to be a closest question.
Closest. That means if anybody gets this dead on, they get the points. But if nobody gets it right, this isn't going to be like Price is Right, where it's closest without going over. In fact, if the answer was 5, right, then somebody who guessed 4 would get a point, and somebody who guessed 6 would get a point. Let's go to question number 6.
Very straightforward. How many moons does Saturn have that we know about? There could be a sneaky one in there that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, known moons of Saturn. Danny has gone Karen. So when Danny throws a Karen in this, that means that they believe that no one's going to get it exactly right. Doesn't mean that they don't think nobody's going to get close.
We have 3 people who say 17. 50.
Nice. Going high. I like it. Got to separate yourself from the pack from time to time.
That's no moon.
That is a moon.
Another 17.
Every one of these would be moons.
More 17s.
Oh, we have a 62 going up over Aaliyah.
62.
Melissa taking the top off of it. And then Nico goes 82 and Rob follows up with 394. It's right now, it is acting like GameStop. That's what's happening to the numbers here.
1 million moons. And then Mordecai said 81 just to screw with his wife.
Oh, goodness. All right. So time is up. We're waiting for Facebook to catch up with us because I don't know. I assume that maybe somebody on Facebook would like to see what's going on. It also gives you some extra time.
Might be your mother.
It could be my mom. My mom on her birthday coming and hanging out with us.
Negative moons.
Okay. So Brad's going with anything under 0. All right. Time is up. Lots of different answers. And first thing we got to do is clear out this Karen. We need to know.
I'll score it again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We need to know if the Isles have more goals than moons of Saturn
No.
at this point. No. Okay. Danny said that it was a Karen, so that means we have to find out, did anyone get it exactly right?
Yes.
Oh, negative point for Danny. Let's see. Was it 394 moons?
It was not.
Was it 82 moons?
It was.
What? No! 82 moons?
Nico's dying.
Oh my goodness. Does
Nico
that
can't breathe.
mean that Mordecai is 1 moon off?
Yes, Nico has foiled Mordecai.
Melissa said 62, so I was like 82 moons.
Mook says that's too many moons.
You have to give moons to other people. We're going to tax those moons and give them to planets that have no moons.
In all honesty, I thought it was 0 moons, so go me.
I'm not really a trick question gal.
You thought it was all rings?
Yeah.
The amount of times that Nico spits out a completely random out of her ass answer and is dead on balls accurate
Yeah.
is like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really weird. You should have a TV show or something where you
You
just
should
guess
see me in
things
real life.
randomly. What?
I said you should see me in real life. Happens a lot.
Well,
All
the
right.
thing is,
so
there could be more moons in a few years once we have more time to find them.
that is
Because
possible.
I think 17 was the popular answer from the 70s because I learned it from an encyclopedia.
Mhm.
Let's go with that.
Do I get a point? Can we
No.
do?
But I
Oh.
love you.
The real question is, are they counting Pluto as one of those moons?
No.
No. Okay. That was just to
Don't
make
get me started on Pluto.
it's just to make Emily mad.
Why are you
Oh,
gonna fuck with
wait,
people about
They
Pluto?
have 82 moons.
I believe the word for that is moonophile. I think is what that is.
Mooniophile.
Yeah, mooniophile. All right, let's move on to question number 7. It's going to be Nico versus Ian.
Question number 7. Who painted Freedom from Fear?
I don't know. Rage Against the Machine.
Nico versus Ian.
Is that not right?
Nico versus Ian. Nico
Nico
says
ver-
Stephen Colbert.
All right. That's
Noted artist
If-
Stephen Colbert.
if she gets this right, I'm quitting the show. I'm just saying. If she is able to guess Stephen Colbert out of this, we're done. We're going to go watch some hockey.
We got Banksy.
Yeah. Definitely.
We got a
some of-
couple amens.
I've talked about this on the show before, but I desperately want Banksy to be a woman. It would make me so happy if eventually it comes out and Banksy is a woman, because
Damn it.
everybody says like, oh, Banksy, I really like his earlier stuff. And everyone assumes it's going to be a dude. And if a woman were to be like, yeah, I'm Banksy, it would just be so great, because it would just fly in the face of all the assumptions that everybody's making. And that makes me happy. Lots
I
of
need you to calm down.
I'm just saying, that's how I want it to go down. Everybody has wishes.
Okay.
People were like, what's your wish? And they're like, world peace and people, no poverty and no one goes hungry again. And I'm like, Banksy's a woman.
Unlimited wishes.
Yeah.
Brad says, do people even still believe in Banksy? I thought Banksy was like the tooth fairy.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a Banksy. I believe in Banksy.
You do your first.
I think Banksy is like Pluto.
Yeah.
What?
No. Whoever Banksy is has had several new pieces over the last 2 years. Like the art is still showing up.
Yeah, I think
I did get money under my pillow, Brad. I also got money in I was kind of a light sleeper, and my parents didn't want to move my head because they thought they're going to wake me up. So I had a little pillow that you hung on the doorknob, and it had a pocket in it, and you put your tooth in the pocket, and they put the money in the pocket. One time, I didn't tell my parents that I lost a tooth. I just snuck it into the pillow to see what would happen, and there wasn't money the next day.
oh. Dun dun dun. Science.
And
What?
I
And
was
then
like
it all came to an end.
bawling
Yeah.
about it, and my parents had to make some shit up really quickly.
It's a holiday.
And that's the day I discovered my parents are real good liars on their feet.
As people who don't have children, what is the going rate for a tooth?
It's so pricey now.
Is it?
I got like a friggin' quarter
Yeah,
for a tooth.
I got
and
like
my
a
kids are getting
quarter.
like $5.
Yeah. $5 for a tooth?
I think I got $5 for my first one.
I can't wait until I'm like 80. Then I lose more teeth and I get more money.
Oh,
Yeah, it'd be
I'll
great.
put money under your pillow, baby.
All right, time is up. What is the correct answer?
Norman Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell got it. All right.
Aaliyah says, my parents told me there was no tooth fairy. My mom just gave me money.
It'd be funnier to give your kid a check, right? Like just a $5 check that says like Tooth Fairy. And then they like take it to the bank and they arrest them for fraud.
Melissa says her friends' kids get $5 or an ice cream trip. That must feel nice on the sore
Yeah, I can see
spot where the tooth is gone.
that.
Oh, a
That's pretty
Venmo tooth fairy. There's an idea.
fun. All right, so out of Nico and Ian, did either of them get it right?
No.
No. All right.
Because Ian guessed some made up shit and Nico guessed Stephen Colbert.
Just out of pocket.
Your
whatever.
ridiculous guesses didn't work that time.
All right, we're gonna have Mook and Patrick go up head to head. They're in the same room, so they might end up Roman Greco wrestling over this. Let's do question number 8.
What was the first car to break the sound barrier?
I mean, they're all pretty loud. So the fact that you can hear them at some point, right, are breaking the sound barrier, I think. Let's see. First car to break the sound barrier. Interesting. We've got a Ferrari, a Tesla in space. That's a good guess. I think we mean on its own volition, right? Are you saying, like, if somebody were to throw a car faster than the speed of sound, does that count?
No.
So it has to propel itself.
Edsel shot out of a cannon is not going to do it. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Brad.
Right. All right. So let's see. We've got about 5 seconds left to get your answers in. Everyone. I'm looking at you,
Patrick
YouTube.
says Ferrari sounds good.
Looking at YouTube. You all got to get your answers in. So yeah, we've got a Ferrari, a Tesla,
Chevy Cavalier.
Rick Ocasek, which would be the lead singer of The Cars.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, I see what you did there. A Thrust SSC, which sounds like something you do on date night. Etzel shot out of a cannon. That was a good one. I like that.
Sonic something or something Sonic.
Yes, Sonic something. Yes, it was definitely a combination of a car and a hedgehog.
Yo, now I want to break out my Game Gear and play Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right? Did you imagine if you were in that car and crashed and there would just be rings everywhere? Ferrari, Lamborghini, Chevy Cavalier. Okay. Time is definitely up. Never boat off me with cars. I don't know cars, Melissa. You should say that before. I feel like that's rude to do it at the end there. All right. So is it a Cavalier? Off a cliff?
No.
No. Did anyone get it correct?
Yes.
What is the correct answer?
Thrust SSC.
Oh.
It was a British jet car.
Yeah, that's what you would need. Melissa says, I drove my dad's Cavalier. Old men would stop me and ask if they could buy it from me.
Oh. I
Wow.
think that was more about you than about the car.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 of them. 3 of them.
So you're saying the complete strangers came up to you out of nowhere and offered to buy your car? That would be very Cavalier of them.
Jesus Christ. Can we go to question number 9?
Yeah, I suppose so. Did Mook or Patrick get that correct?
No.
Neither of them. Terrible job. Let's go. Let's see. I think Mood, Music, Brad, and Rob didn't go up against each other last time. So we're gonna have them go head to head. Let's have that for question number 9.
Question number 9. In what year was the first color photograph taken?
Well, first you would have to let's see, you'd have to take the photograph, then you'd have to paint it.
It's like a paint by numbers
Yeah.
kind of
mhm.
situation.
That would be the earlier ones, I think.
I have an important question.
Yeah, what's that?
What am I going to do for my birthday next week?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do last year for my birthday? Oh, I remember.
Do you?
You got like
Drunk.
24 people to come to a hockey game and surprise the crap out of me, and you got me an Alex Ovechkin hat trick.
Did you just say surprise the crack out of me?
Yes.
I dropped the pipe right then and there. I was so
Surprise
surprised.
the crack out of me.
5 seconds left to get your answers in. Yeah, I'm not doing that this year, just so you know. There's a number of reasons. One, it's a Tooth Fairy holiday. So, yeah. Second, the Caps are not allowing people in the building. Third, that was not cheap. And so, yeah. No, you just get to quietly get older. Do you want to go somewhere? That feels dangerous.
It's like a Wednesday. Wednesday's a lame day to have a birthday. Hi, Mary. Mary's back.
Mary, welcome. We're glad to have you back.
Mary with your old school YouTube name.
Yes. I like Mary's old school YouTube name. That is amazing to me. Did Mood Music Brad or Rob get that correct first?
Absolutely not.
No, neither of them did. That is very sad. What is the correct
I mean,
answer?
technically Brad did because he said Karen.
Oh, and no one got it right?
Nobody got it right.
No one got it right! Oh my goodness, nobody knows when the world became color. That's right. That's what they're saying, is that it was a black and white world. It's always been color film.
Technically, Mook got it right.
What's
he
that?
said 19 something.
Nailed it. That's pretty much it. Everybody say hi to Mary, by the way, who's joining us. We're all friends here, folks.
Mackenzie doesn't get a quarter. Mackenzie gets cookies for losing a tooth.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Look, you got a cookie right there. I like it.
The answer is 1861.
1861. And
BT
this was
dubs.
not closest, right?
No.
No.
Because this is in the hard section of the quiz.
Right.
The
Otherwise,
closest person would have been Aaliyah, I think.
the hard section known as the Thrust SSC. All right. Let's go on to question number 10. We're going to have Chris or Sugeron
For
go up against Mary. Mary's going to get a shot here to get some points. Let's go to question number 10 for the two of them.
which famous YouTuber uses the catchphrase, "Kisses for my little fishes"?
That is a weird catchphrase, and I don't know. It is not us for two reasons. One, we don't say that. Two, not famous at all.
No.
Nope, not even a little. Be honest. Sorry.
Steve Buscemi is the answer we have on the board right now.
Oh, okay. I was very interested in this question, so a cool article on it. Oh, there you go. I remember the first picture of a person was taken in Paris, and it's of a shoe shiner by complete accident. They discovered it because it was somebody just like playing with their camera, and they did a picture of like a road, and this like shoe shiner stayed. There were people going up and down the road, but because they were moving, they didn't get captured because it was a very slow process. It was like a 10-minute exposure. But the shoe shiner was just sitting there, and so it ends up being that was the first person ever actually caught in a photograph.
Brad says, my child doesn't know, so Karen.
All right, time is up. This is going to put an end to the first half of the show. So while we're waiting for Facebook to catch up,
Scarf.
just scarf, which I believe is that the little cat thing from He-Man or from Thundercats. Is that the right one? Am I wrong on that?
I don't know, darling.
I think it's Snarf. You don't remember Snarf?
Oh, yes, because that's what Tina's dog was named after.
Ah, there you go. So as soon as I said it, you know. Just checking. Time's up. Let's see. We've got PewDiePie, Logan Paul. I feel like those are possibly YouTubers.
Those are YouTubers.
Maybe.
Good job, gang.
Scarf and Peppa Pig. Otherwise, everyone else believes that no one's going to get this. So did anyone get this correct?
Hang on.
Yeah.
No one got it right.
Whoa, no one got it right. So points go out to Danny, Emily, Rob, Nico, and Mordecai. It looks like all going through.
Nico and Mordecai. Got it.
Kissing fish means they're fighting. Oh. All right, so unfortunately, no points. Do points go out for that? I don't think so.
No.
Did Chris or Mary get that right? I don't
Two
think
male
so. No.
kissing fish will fight to the death.
That's
funny. Nico said kissing fish mean they're fighting. I'm waiting for Melissa to confirm. And then Melissa confirmed.
yeah. Well, there you have it. Don't get them near each other.
The answer was Trisha Paytas.
Nope.
I looked up a picture of her. Never seen her in my life.
Can't be all that famous.
Well, it's the 10th question. It's supposed to be the hardest one.
More famous than us by probably metric
By
tons.
many, manys.
Yes, but don't know anything about it.
Nope, no idea. What's a YouTube? Matlock.
Ask Mary. Mary was here when it started, and it was just one tube. It was just her tube. All right, so we're going on to the second half of the show, and the second half is a little tricky. We're not going to do the head-to-heads anymore. Those are all gone.
Over.
We don't want to distract you.
Hashtag canceled.
Yes. We don't want to distract you because what you have to do is pay explicit attention to each question and answer, because somewhere inside each question or answer, there's going to be a thread through every each one of the 10 questions that are coming up that make a theme. It can be one word. It can be just a couple of words. But just so you know, don't guess the theme ahead of time. You will lose points at the end of the 10th question or at the end of the 20th question, depending on how you're counting. We will have 60 seconds for you to answer the what you think the theme is. If you guess it correct, you will get a share of the bank. The bank is 5 points for every share and every host that has happened so far for this show once we get to that point. So if you host the show on Twitch, you get a point for yourself and 5 points put into the bank. If you share the show on Facebook publicly, you get a point and you put 5 points into the bank. So make sure you're doing that. That's how we grow, but it's also how you get points. If, let's say, 10 people were to share or host, you would have 50 points in the bank. If 10 people then won by getting the correct theme, then everybody would get 5 points. But if only one person were to win,
Mordecai.
The one person would get 50 points. There's one other thing, though. We haven't had anyone guess the theme correctly for 2 shows, and it rolls over each time. So without any shares, without even knowing how many hosts and shares are out there, Caitlin, how many points are right now in the bank?
110.
Oh my God, that's so many points. That's right. We're going to add the number for the bank to that. So it could be 160. It could be 200. Who knows? Right? So you probably want to do your shares and everything, but you want to listen carefully. Go ahead and take your notes if you want. Let's move on to question 11. This is the first question in the theme of questions.
Question number 11. With 9 body styles and interchangeable parts, what year did the first Ford Model T roll off the assembly line?
All right, so we need to know, when was the first Model T off the assembly line? I will say that Caitlin can be a little tricky here. These questions sometimes are a little longer because you have to remember that there's some thread through all of them. Right? So
I like to add a lot of nouns.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Oh, we have a helicopter that is joining us.
Yeah, did you hear the ones earlier today? They're
little bit.
like military helicopters that like buzzed our friggin' house.
Mm-hmm.
My
All right.
chair was shaking.
Are we doing closest?
No.
No? Okay. Is it a boat if it's a car? Brad wants to know.
Yes.
If you boat on a car, you can boat on a car. Absolutely.
I have more important questions than all these questions. Like, when do I get to eat my sushi again?
And when we're done with the show, that's when you can eat your sushi
But
again.
when in minutes?
I would assume somewhere in the next 60 minutes. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll wait for Facebook to catch up, but time is up. We do have some people voting. It looks like Mook is going with something in the 1900s. A little vague, I would go with Mook. I feel like that we're going to need something a little more specific. A lot of 1908s are popping up. I don't know if that's because people are voting or because people know something and are running with it. Let's wait for Facebook. There it is. And time is up. What is the correct answer?
1908.
Oh, they all get it right. First one to get it. Danny came in strong with 1908. 2 points there. Everybody else gets 1 point. And we will move on to question number 12.
If you wanted to fill more volume, which obsolete unit of measure would you use? A cran, a heckat, or a lambda?
There you go. So, Aaliyah last week asked us to please have multiple choice questions, so we added one. It is one of those three answers. That is, one of them is the correct answer, just so you know. Kind of by definition, because if we're saying one of them is going to be essentially larger than the others, no matter what size they are, one of them has to be bigger, right? I guess they could all be the same size. That would have been weird.
That's true.
A lot of people coming around on a single answer. This is interesting. We've got about 10 seconds left to get your answers in. A lot of people with the B, the heckat. No?
No.
All right, to the Zoom. Time is up. We'll wait for Facebook to catch up. We do have an A. Mary went bold with A. The cran. I wonder if that's what the cranberry is named after.
Can I tell you that I really listened to you say the question and my grandmother pronounces crayon, cran.
A lot
So
of people's grandmothers pronounce crayon, cran.
Mm.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. She said crane. She said crane, not crayon, crane.
Is it crane?
A lot of people say
Crown.
crayon.
Cran. I would think it'd be crayon, right? I am not sure. All right, time's officially up. Is the correct answer heckat?
No.
Oh, no! Is it
Patrick
A?
literally said like a little bit ago that he was like, I will drive this boat right into the iceberg.
He jumped in there. Be careful, people. There are people. Some people are going to mislead you. It is not a safe world out there. Don't trust everyone. All right. Was it A? Cran.
Yes.
One person.
A unit of measure of landed uncleaned herring used in the North Sea fishing industry.
Oh my goodness.
About 37.5 imperial gallons. Typically around 1,200 fish, but varying anywhere between 700 and 2,500 fish.
Yeah, that's a lot of herrings. Mary went with A, so 2 points goes to Mary, the only one to get that right. Nobody went with a Karen, which would have just destroyed anybody that had that. So it worked out fine. Everyone on the Patrick boat and it sunk. That is true. Sometimes it is ironic that it was a fishing boat that is the Cran was referring to. Let's go on to question.
He said he chose heckat because it was the closest to hectare, which is also a unit of area, not volume. So
It's also, yeah, there's a guy I work with named Hector.
All right, next question.
All right.
Question number 13. Name the British rock band, which included drummer Nick Hughes, bassist Corey Britz, lead guitarist Chris Traynor, and a rhythm guitarist who was the husband of Gwen Stefani.
I feel like people were like, I don't know. Oh. This one's not, I don't think is as hard as some of the others. Right? I feel like
It's a mixed bag in the second half.
it depends.
If I had left off that last name, I think it would have been a little harder.
Mhm. And a rhythm guitarist whose husband's or a rhythm guitarist whose wife's name was Gwen.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing. Just to be like, oh man, there's no way I'm getting that. 10 seconds. Get all the answers in. We started off Brad went with No Doubt. And then we have a bunch of people saying Bush. And then I'm a little disappointed in Brad, I feel like, because I think that being a DJ should know some of this information, perhaps. I don't think that Gwen Stefani, although part of No Doubt, was ever married to a member of No Doubt. I could be wrong on that.
She dated a member of No Doubt.
Did date. I think the bassist, right? I think it was the bassist, if I'm not
Tony
mistaken.
something.
Tony Shalhoub.
That's not it.
No? Okay.
Tony Kanal?
Maybe. I think it was the bassist, and that's what so much of like the like moody music of like their second album was about, right?
Oh, Brad doesn't like Bush.
Oh, that's a phrasing. All right. Let's see. What is the correct answer?
It's Bush.
It is. That is exactly it. All right. Let's move on to question 14.
Question number 14. The main attractions of what city include the Sunken Gardens, basketball games at Pinnacle Bank Arena, the Children's Zoo, and Muller Planetarium? You must give me the city and state.
City and state all together. One answer. Do not mess this up. We will come through these microphones at you. All right, 30 seconds left. We don't have any answers yet. It's interesting. I feel like something's broken.
It's probably because the most giveaway thing is Pinnacle Bank Arena, and none of these people know shit about sports.
And they're like, oh no, this is terrible. This is fantastic. I like people are like, all right. Well, we do have some answers in. Time is up. We're going over to the Zoom. And then we'll wait for Facebook to get their opportunity here. We've got a few different answers. After quite a while, I'll be honest, there was a big delay here. We had Lincoln, Nebraska, St. Petersburg, Florida. We have Philadelphia. What did Ian go with?
Ankh-Morpork, Canada.
Which is not a state.
What did
And city.
Patrick go with?
Let's see. I believe he went with Babylon, Babylon. All right. Time is up. We also have Kansas City, Missouri, which I believe isn't Kansas City, Missouri, the City Museum. Do they have that? Is that the right place? Or is that
No, that's St. Louis.
Is it? Okay. I wonder if that'll still be around after all of this is.
That's one of
done.
the things I've always wanted to go visit.
I've heard it's
You
very
want to take
cool.
a road trip?
Maybe so. When we're allowed to do such things. What was the correct answer?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska. The wonderful town and city of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a mecca for tourists everywhere to see the Sunken Gardens. Let's go to question 15.
This is going to be a fun spelling one. The National Endowment for the Arts grant for whose solo exhibit at the Corcoran fueled political controversy about whether tax dollars should fund art?
Sound it out. If you're not sure how to spell it, sound it out and at least give us something that we think we can.
Emily has
Thanks,
thrown her
God.
phone again.
Emily has guessed that it is a Swedish artist.
The dog is licking the phone.
Yes. Mook has gone with something that I can only assume.
That's a sneeze. I would know that anywhere.
Oh, is it? I was going to say, I think it might be, it might be Eskimo. I feel like that's
Inuit
Eskimo.
is
Yeah.
the word you're looking for.
Oh, is that what it is? All right. All right, we've got a few more answers coming in. We've got a Karen. Ian has gone with Norman Rockwell. We have Maplethorpe Serrano, which I think is a type of pepper. Emily has corrected her spelling.
Well, we have to take the first answer, Emily.
I'm sorry. Autocorrect.
Banksy.
Yeah. There we
I
go.
feel like Karen is a safe choice here.
All right, Zoom. We're going to Zoom. This was actually pretty big news.
This
So-
is sometimes when I have the theme questions, I
Mhm.
come up with my like keywords for the theme first, and then I come up with the questions around each keyword. And sometimes I have a great keyword, but it's hard for me to come up with a question. And Keith actually came up with this question.
Well, thank you. I am very talented. You know, I'm just waiting for Facebook to catch up, and that is it. Time is up. There we go. Was it? Was it?
Was it?
Yes, it was. It might, depending on how old you are, it might have been before your time, but it was a pretty big thing. The Republicans were up in arms about it. Brad is correct.
It's got to be Maplethorpe or Serrano. That's true.
That is correct. You nailed it. Is it Maplethorpe or Serrano?
Yes.
Okay, good. Moving on.
It's Maplethorpe.
Yes, unfortunately, we have to take your first guess, Brad, and that is not correct. But Nico, with all of her guessing prowess, has gotten it yet again. Just remarkable. Yay!
And we have minus points for Melissa, Patrick, and Rob.
In related news, you may want to be careful when you search Maplethorpe on
I
the
think
internet.
Emily just searched for Maplethorpe.
I'm just saying, if you'd like dicks...
Look at her face.
if-
Look at her face right now.
Look at Rob's face, just for the record.
Did they actually? I couldn't remember if Corcoran actually went on with the Maplethorpe
didn't.
show. I remember it was a whole thing, and they didn't do it, right?
They canceled it.
Mhm.
They did cancel it. Yeah, I was like, I remember I don't remember it actually happening, so I wasn't sure if that was the right answer.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. It was supposed to be like his only solo show that he was ever going to do, and they canceled it.
Yeah,
I should have known this.
it was a big deal and
Yeah, Rob.
You should
began
have brought
the
Transformers. That would have been a really big hit.
yeah. It was a like a big assault on the National Endowment of the Arts because of that.
Please read what Melissa said.
Oh, I should have gotten this right. I did a profs and pints about penises.
Pints.
Oh, pints. Yes. I assume that's a bunch of professors getting together and drinking,
And
in
talking
this,
about a thing.
and in this case, talking about penises. All right, that sounds like a blast. Let's do question 16.
Question number 16. What is the name for a metal barbell that pierces 2 spots on the cartilage of the ear, usually the upper ear?
So particular name for this type of piercing. Pierces 2 spots on the cartilage of the ear, usually the upper ear.
Nico says, "Oh, I had that."
Well, then you should be able to get this right. All right, I would imagine.
I had a tragus piercing, Brad.
I feel like yelling I had that is not as useful as yelling out the answer. That would have been way better. Ahmed.
Hey, Ahmed.
Everybody say hi to Ahmed, who's joining us. Just so you know, Ahmed, we are doing some trivia here. We're going to give you a question. We'll give you 60 seconds to answer in the chat. Just feel free to chat in there. And say hi to all your brand new best friends, Ahmed.
College recklessness is what Mook calls it.
What did Chris go with?
DP. I don't. Are you just trying to make me say dirty things out loud?
Yes. Yep. That's what we're doing. That's totally it. You're a model and theater actor from Pakistan. That's amazing. I am none of those things, but I did do theater when I was in high school and college, and I then stopped. So I assume I wasn't very good at it. But then I did music, and then I stopped that. I'm not good at committing to things, is what I'm finding out. But
Excuse me.
yeah. What? Are we married?
That's a good point.
I'm just saying.
We do have paperwork.
That's right. All right, time is up.
Cap scored.
Yay, finally. We want to go watch that. That's what I'm saying.
Who, Emily, if you have some time, if you could tell us who scored and who the assists were, that would be
That would be lovely.
great. Thank you.
A lot of people with different answers. Nobody went with a
Sherry,
Karen on this.
Sherry, no assist that I could see.
Sherry, no assists.
Got it.
Unassisted. All right. Oh no, Emily went with a Karen. There's a Karen from Emily at the top.
Karen
so
from Emily.
we have to ask, did anyone get this correct?
Yes.
Oh. Someone got it correct. Well, then what's the correct answer?
An industrial piercing?
Danny was the first one with that right. And then Ian also came in with that. And Aaliyah, who seems to know many things about the body. Livers, industrial piercings. There's a wheelhouse there is what I'm hearing. Let's move on to question 17.
Carlson and Dylan with the assists. Question number 17. What pattern is associated with fashion designer Caroline Herrera, who used the pattern on dresses in the 1980s as well as on boxes of perfume?
I don't care. Is that wrong? I don't know.
Herringbone? That's a very
Oh,
good
that's a
guess.
pattern. That's a pattern. I recognize that as a pattern. That's totally a pattern. 30 seconds left to get your patterns in.
So I think I want to get another piercing, but my piercing shop that I went to last time closed. I'll have to find out where the dude who did the piercing in that shop went. I'm either going to get my tragus redone, which is
Yeah.
kind of a bitch to heal, or I'm going to get a second ring in my nose just here.
That could look lovely.
I think it'll be interesting. We'll see if my nose is actually big enough for that sort of thing.
Depends on how big the ring is.
I mean, I might go in and be like, I want a double nose ring. And he's going to be like, oh, no.
Oh, dear
No.
Lord. Oh, you sweet, sweet thing. All right, time is up. We're going to the Zoom. What did Mook guess? Did you see Mook's guess?
Scarf.
Yeah, the scarf
God
pattern.
damn it, Mook.
I'm just glad that they didn't go with Peloton. I'm proud of Mook for that one.
Good job, Mook.
Emily has now said that scarf is my favorite answer. That's good. You've gotten a fan, Mook. Mook 101 now has a fan club of one. That's strong.
He's also in the fan club. It counts.
Oh, there's two. That means you have twice as many fans as we do.
Yes.
Because we don't like this
He's
show.
competition. Block him.
I'm just saying. Time's up. All right. What was the correct answer? Was it herringbone?
No.
No, it wasn't. What was it?
Polka dot.
Oh, a polka dot, not a Swedish houndstooth.
Dot, dot,
No?
dot, dot, dot.
There you go. Dots everywhere. We're going through quickly, everybody, because we want to go watch some hockey
And eat sushi.
and eat sushi. Let's go to question 18.
Question number 18, originally published under the name John in 1976. What comic strip features coffee and lasagna as primary food groups? Those are also my primary food groups.
Yeah, they are.
God, I love coffee.
And you like lasagna.
Fucking love lasagna. You know what's good that I didn't think would be good when someone introduced it to me? Lasagna soup.
That does sound terrible.
Someone was like, "No, you should definitely try it at a restaurant." They were like, "Definitely try it. It's actually really good. I know it sounds crazy. I'm just gonna bring you a little cup of it on the house so you can try it." And I was like, "Oh God, this sounds like it's just gonna be really mushy lasagna."
Yeah,
It was so good.
that's fantastic, because I was really worried you were going to say serial killing.
Oh,
And then I was going to be like, wait, and you'd be like, oh, no, it's nothing. Don't worry.
don't worry about it.
Just go to sleep.
What's your favorite sushi, Aaliyah?
Aaliyah, we need to know what sushi is the best sushi.
Best sushi.
Mm-hmm. I personally, I would say I'm more of a salmon person.
You are definitely more of a salmon
I
person.
dig tuna's great.
Yellowtail.
Yellowtail. You're going with the
Yellowtail
Hamachi.
jam, all right.
Hamachi yon.
Yeah.
By the way, I made
can do
tonight I
that.
made crab cakes. So I'm always like making dinner around this time, and I just made authentic Maryland crab cakes.
That's delicious. I like crab. As long as I don't have to break them open myself. That freaks me out. That's weird. If I have to look at it and like hit it with hammers and stuff like that, there's
Then
too
you're not
much.
from around this area, I guess, maybe. Because I mean, it's just you don't need tools for that. They come with their own tools.
Yeah, I'm not so good with things that are in the shape of animals.
Cap scored again.
Pointy things.
Yeah. If it looks like the animal it came
Shara.
from, I'm probably not gonna be into it. If it's in a patty though, so like if I have to like break open crabs and eat them, I don't really want that. Take the crab out, put it in a cake, I'm in.
Cap scored again.
Just now? Jesus. All right. Well, they aren't messing around.
If I could get more details on the scorers and the assist people, that would be.
Chara was the first one, and then Dam was the second one. That's what I He was scored
So
by
one of them
Dan.
Hershey kids.
Probably.
Scarbosa.
All right, so this is good. It's a tie game. We got stuff to watch. Hathaway, nice.
Hathaway.
All right, so here we go. Let's go. What's the correct answer?
Garfield.
Garfield is the correct answer. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend going and doing a search after this show for Garfield minus Garfield. It is a fantastic cartoon series where they just take Garfield strips and remove Garfield from them. So it is just John languishing alone talking to himself. And it is incredibly dark. It like takes a really weird turn if you take the cat away, which is ironic because if you really think about it in real life, Garfield's just a cat. So it is really just kind of John talking to himself.
Yeah, but I talk to myself then.
Yes, you
Oh.
do.
I talk to my cat constantly.
Look it up and you'll see things that you're like, oh my goodness, this makes so much more sense and enlightens everything about John.
Mary says sounds like my life.
But you don't say what John says.
Yeah, I probably don't. John's pretty dark, actually. I mostly like talk to my cat and tell her she's beautiful.
That is true. Let's move on to question 19.
Question number 19. If you find yourself, for whatever reason, hoovering up Eskimoles, you would be eating the larva of what insect?
That is a very weird thing to say. Would you say that there's an animal that does this?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, there's an animal that hoovers up Escamontes.
Eskimoles.
Escamoles.
Cat Blue sometimes likes catnip. Sometimes she does not give a fuck about catnip, and sometimes she's all up in it and she snorts it.
Mm-hmm. Just rolls in it like a weirdo.
Sometimes she rolls around on the ground for no reason at all, even though there is no catnip. I
Mhm.
grew her catnip from scratch. She didn't really care.
When we first got her, she would only pet you, but she wouldn't let you pet her.
Yeah, the petting was one directional.
Yeah. She would come up and rub against you and be like, I like you and you're really nice. And you'd reach down and she'd be like, and she's gotten better. She's definitely
Now we pick her up and snuggle her, and she's been real whiny today.
just saying it. I love you say Hoover when it's aardvarks who eat them naturally, I think. Aardvarks you think eat them naturally? I don't know if I would say aardvarks as much as, I don't know. What's the name of that animal that eats ants? Is there a particular name for it?
It's called an anteater.
Yes,
I
time's
showed
up.
Keith a video of 2 anteaters in a bath the other day. It was pretty funny. They were doing like this, like to each other, like, get out of my bath. With their big long snoots.
What was the correct answer?
Ants.
Ants.
They are considered a delicacy somewhere. So human beings also hoover up Eskimoles.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of different animals that eat ants, but I think best known would be ant eaters. Let's move on to question 20.
What uncrewed spaceflight launched from Kennedy Space Center on Merritt Island, Florida, on November 9th, 1967?
Are you saying that it was a really posh space flight? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super
Okay.
posh.
Yeah.
That took me a second.
Is it really classy?
They also make your tongue numb because they're slightly toxic. I bet you Anthony Bourdain ate Eskimoles.
Yeah, I don't.
You know who definitely ate Eskimoles?
Who's that?
Andrew Zimmern.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. He may have eaten them after. The second time. He's very weird.
Yeah.
All right, so we need the name of that very fancy, classy space flight. You have 10 seconds. Please put it in
Elon
below.
Musk's dad shot his Corvette into space.
Okay. I have some news. I was on Reddit, and they somebody wrote a post that said that if you wanted to, they're gonna put stuff on the moon, and it was like they're going to do a memory card, and they're putting stuff that they wanted up there, but then they had a bunch of extra space, and so they're giving it away. And I posted up there, and so we're going to take one of the songs from the Dreamscapes project, and I'm going to put it on a memory card on the moon. So my music is going to be on the moon.
That is amazing.
It's cool, right?
Do you think those people would like to take all your Dreamscapes project shit out of my basement too?
I don't think it's
And
going to
put
make
that
it,
on the moon?
No.
Oh.
I don't
That's
think
an
it's
extreme
gonna-
storage space maneuver.
What's that?
That's an extreme storage space maneuver.
Yeah, it is. Well, I wanted a backup for it, so decided to put it on the moon. It's co-located. That's what I'm doing, you know. Let's see. Nico's damn good guesser, so I regret nothing. All right, let's see. What did people guess? No Karens, not a single Karen.
Nico said, fuck, I voted Nico without seeing that Danny answered before. And then Patrick said, shit, I should have waited for Nico. And Nico goes, oh, sorry, guys. I was just fucking around.
So we have an Apollo. We've got some Saturns. We have Apollo 1. We have Apollo nothing. Apollo 5. We've got Facebook 3.
Facebook 3.
Yeah. We got
Gemini 1, Saturn 5.
yeah. So a few of these are some of these are answers.
There is a correct answer on the board.
Okay. Aaliyah's decided to go with Apollo 4 after the fact. I don't know if you will accept that if it is the correct answer. What is the correct answer?
It's Apollo 4.
Oh, but I feel like it was after time.
Well, there's only one thing we can do, actually.
I don't even know if there's any recourse because the answer came after time. At best, all we could do is use the
Wheel of Fate!
All right, that's the only thing that could possibly answer. Evelia is going to get points for correcting her answer there after time was up. Let's take a look here.
Cap
We've
scored
got,
again.
What's going to happen?
No!
No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. It was past time.
Not this time.
Obviously, that is just unacceptable. TJ Oshie scoring for the Caps. The Caps are
No
winning
one's
now.
telling me the assists, though.
You'll have to find that out after the show's over because the show is almost over. Everyone, the last 10 questions have all been a part of a single theme. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock for people to guess. Keep in mind, you do not get any extra points for guessing ahead of time. You only get points for getting it correct. So think about that when you are answering, because you may want to answer quicker. You may want to answer slower. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job as somebody who is doing the quiz. But what we have to do before that is find out who shared and hosted the show, because we need to find out how many points are on the board, how many points are in the bank for you to win. So over on Twitch, it looks like we've got 8 people who hosted. Emily, Caitlin, Princess Fussy Pants, you can follow her there. Shaggy, Old Guy Gaming Time, Friends of Fear, Trey, Patrick, and Nico, all getting points of their own and banking points for everybody else. So thank them for that. We do appreciate you sharing it. It's a big deal for us. And we have 3 shares over on Facebook, it says, but I'm only seeing 1. Let's see if I can go view as a visitor and see more, because I'm only seeing the 1. Let's see. I don't understand why I'd be able to see more, but I do. So Nico, Emily, and myself all Facebook shared the show. So another 15 points over there. Caitlin's going to get all the points hashed out and then give us a grand total. Because remember, we had 110 that rolled over. 110 points from the last 2 weeks, plus how many points?
55.
So that means total
165.
somebody here, if only one person gets the theme correct, that one person will get 165 points. May win the whole thing. There is one more question after this, so there's a chance for anybody to win, but I am going to start the clock up now. 60 seconds on the clock. You now can guess what the theme for the last 10 questions was.
I am not in a hockey league, but I was very interested to know if Backstrom had any assists, because if Backstrom has a goal or an assist, I rub Keith on the belly for good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And if Evgeny Kuznetsov has a goal or an assist, he rubs me on the belly for good luck.
He assisted others getting COVID.
He did.
So that seems like it should count. 30 seconds left to put your guesses in. I will count it down as we get closer in case you're trying to get it in at the last second. We have one guess in. Land Before Time. Anybody wants to vote off of that, you have that option. We're down to 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Time is up. I'm going to go over to the chat here just so I can see as things move along, because I want to make sure that Facebook gets their time. We've got a lot of different answers. It's very interesting. Just a few seconds left for most of these people. Let's see. Facebook catching up. I feel like some people didn't even guess. I feel like we don't have. All right. Time officially is up everywhere. That's it. Those were all of the answers that could make it in.
I kind of thought this was easy.
I thought that this was something people would get.
I really worked at not giving it away.
Yeah, you did a very good job of doing
Apparently.
Just wrong guesses.
it. What was that?
Those were guesses, but they're just wrong.
That's true. All kinds of guesses. Not as many guesses as I thought would be in there. We have Alien. We have Land Before Time. Cats / Pussy. That's a good guess. TJ Oshie. Jaws. Alien. Voldemort. The Life and Times of the 42nd worst villain in Ankh-Morpork, I believe is what that meant to be said. I've been biding my time, but it's presidents. Interesting. Ian says presidents. Aaliyah says French fries.
French fries.
And we've gotten some blank. It looks like Melissa's mind was blank. Let's show you what the clues were from our theme. See if you've changed your mind at all. Question 11 had to do with the Ford Motor Company. Question 12 said, what would you fill more with?
That's a typo.
What?
On the thing, that only has one L, but his name has two L's.
Gotcha. Well, I just copied and pasted it, I thought.
I probably fucked it up.
But remember which volume fills more. The band Bush, Lincoln, Nebraska, a grant from the National Endowment of the Arts. What type of piercing? What type of piercing? Polka dots, Garfield, hoovering up ants, and the Kennedy Space Center. That's right, everybody. Caitlin, what's the correct answer?
Presidents.
It is presidents. And here's the thing. With all of those points, only 2 people guessed correctly. That means that each of those people is getting how many points?
83.
83 points each. This might be a 2-person race right now. Just saying, but there's one more question to go where people could double their points. On this last question, our final Jeopardy, let's call it, the category is going to be literature. You can bet as many points as you have earned tonight. If you'd like to go all in, just say that right now. If you're not all in and you want to know how many points you have so that you can strategize, let us know that you need to know what your score is before in the chat, and we'll let you know what your score is. So while that's happening, Emily is all in. Danny is all in. Patrick is all in. Melissa is all in. Aaliyah, all in. Ian, all in. Emily says, I know dick about literature, but fuck it. There's something about the way you phrased that was brilliant. Rob says all the way, baby. Mordecai, all in. Brad is all in and so ready to fail. Chris says all. Mary says all in. All right, so who are we still waiting on?
Mook
Mook
and Nico.
and Nico. Those are the last two. Mook's all in. Nico, are you thinking about what you want to bet, or are you also all in?
All in.
All in. Everyone all in, and the Caps are all in as well.
Cap scored.
This is really upsetting to the Islanders since they're literally playing a bunch of people that were in our preseason.
Or really fucking old people.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this question so we can leave.
We want to go watch some hockey, everybody. So let's move to the final question. Much like with the trivia question, you will have 60 seconds on the clock. Answering first does not get you any additional points. So you may want to answer first if you know the answer. You may want to answer first if you don't know the answer. Throw other people off, or you may want to wait till the end. I will count it down, but here we go. Starting 30 seconds. Final question.
What was the original title of Jane Austen's classic novel, Pride and Prejudice?
Everybody's heard of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that when she was originally writing it, it was called Prejudice and Pride.
No.
No, that's not it? Oh.
That's not it.
Was it Pre-Pride and Justice? No? Maybe not. All right, we're past the 30-second mark. 25 seconds now. Heading down to 20 seconds. We're now at 15 seconds left to get your answers in. 10 seconds. Now the final countdown to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time's up. We're going to the Zoom. You do get a couple of extra seconds here as Facebook catches up. But for the most part, that is going to be the show. I'm just saying. We'll find out who the winner is in just a moment. Let's see. Here we go. The countdown is beginning over on Facebook, I think. It's a little on the slow side today, I'll be honest. All right, time officially up. All right, let's see. Emily says, hot mess. Did I say it's been a long day? We've got a lot of different answers here. We've got braggarts and envy, first impressions, boats and hoes, an impatient woman, love and hate, and I said, fuck it, right. I can't even get a synonym for prejudice right. I got it. Well, that's fine. The latest title is Pride and Prejudice and Sea Monsters. So what is the correct answer?
First impressions.
First impressions is the correct answer. And we have a wheel of shots apparently going in the meeting here, just so you know. There's been...
He's just been making that all...
He made... There you go. Take shots. That's what the wheel of shots says in the Zoom meeting. All right. There you go, everybody. So while we're calculating all of the scores up, everyone, don't forget... we do this on Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You can subscribe or follow us on each of those different places. Tell your friends about it. Bring them along if you think they might enjoy some trivia and insanity, because that's what we do every Thursday at 7 o'clock. And we'd love for you to join us again. So, set it so that it alerts you so that you don't forget about it. If for some reason we do have to change things, if we have to skip a week or something like that, we'll put that up on social media. We are A Wasted Hour on Twitter and Another Wasted Hour on Instagram and Facebook. We also have a very, very secret group that you cannot tell anyone about. It's called Another Wasted Group. It's on Facebook. Come join us and you can talk about the show. Let us know how we can improve it, or if you have some ideas for something to change things up, we'd love to have you there. And there's pictures of puppies and kittens. I swear to God, those things actually exist. So before we get to the final run of things, do we have a winner?
Yes,
We do. Oh my goodness, this is so
a
exciting.
new winner, someone who has never won before.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Someone has won the ultimate prize who has never won before. Who is our winner this week?
Brad.
Brad! Congratulations, Brad. Your first time winning. We are very proud of you. Well done. Brad, if you'd like to type out an acceptance speech, we'll read that to the crowd. We're very glad that you came and joined us tonight. While he's typing that up, everybody don't forget that this all came around because we had a podcast that we couldn't do because, well, for reasons that probably all of us know.
It's mostly because of me.
No, it's because of COVID. So we had to stop it. We had to put it on hiatus, but it's a lovely podcast. There's over 140 episodes available. They are free. It's called Another Wasted Hour, just like this, right? So go search anywhere that you can get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, any of those. Find Another Wasted Hour. Take a listen. If you enjoy it, subscribe, give us a review and some stars. We would appreciate it. Not only will you get some trivia, you'll get like crazy fun news, lots of comedy, and you'll be exposed to local area musicians and artists from here, the DC area. Probably people you've never heard of before that are very talented. So go check that out. We'd love to keep in touch with you if we end up not doing this trivia anymore at some point when that starts back up, perhaps. So that is about it. Let's see. Does Brad have a?
Brad has
A
a
speech?
speech. His speech is speech. Woo! And also, thanks to my kiddo, Gray. Hi, Gray.
Hi, Greg. Good job. Gray is the secret sauce that made that a win, I think. That was the key. All right, so that is it. That's the whole show, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. We're here at 7 o'clock every Thursday, unless told otherwise. Everybody say goodbye to each other. You're all friends here, and we'll all be back here next week at 7 o'clock. And until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and do all the things you need to make sure that you don't get caught by all of this health stuff and things like that. And maybe you should buy some GameStop, or maybe you shouldn't. It's hard to say, really. But there's craziness out there on the stock market. Until then, until 7 o'clock next Thursday, what's the final word of the show?
Dopamine.
Dopamine. So, next.
I heard Doberman.
Yes. No, dopamine. So if you come back next week, I will tell you more things so you will know what this dopamine. Until then, everybody have a good night and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.